Oi, oi. Are we talking bollocks again today? So, what, I hear you ask, is on the bollock agenda today? I haven't actually got anything lined up, so I'm going to have to go on a whim here, and because I've started a video now. Let's talk about your mum. Just kidding. Let's not talk about that. Let's talk about mental health. Let's talk about how that affects people in day-to-day lives, shall we? So I want to start off by saying mental health. There are many different mental health issues. Don't in particular like using the word issues, but I'm struggling to find a better word to replace that. I have tried to use mental health differences before. Kind of got a ring to it. We'll see. Why do we want to talk about this? Well, I do want to talk about it because I've been there myself, actually. I have suffered with depression in the past, and I definitely have had severe anxiety before. Let me give you an example. A few years back now, I actually agreed to go and paint a wonderful old lady's house, and I sat in my car for a good half hour before I could bring myself to even knock on her door. Obviously, we know what anxiety is like if we've had it. It's fucking horrible. Same as depression, it's fucking horrible. I assume any mental health difference is fucking horrible to some extent. But I do want to broach on a subject that is close to my heart, and that is mental health differences within children and teenagers and stuff like that, because I feel like I was robbed a little bit when I was younger. Not by anyone in particular other than myself. Like, I didn't go out and help myself really. So if there's any younger people watching this, then I really do urge that if you are struggling with anything, anything to do with your mental health, you're not sure, even if you're not sure, even if you think you are, and someone has to tell you that you're not, be it depressed, schizophrenic, anxious, bipolar, whatever, anything mental health, if you've got an issue and you think that you might have a problem, I fucking urge you to go out there, man. Go out there and talk to a professional. Go and sit on a park bench and talk to somebody about it. It's crucial. It's vital that you do this, because I do feel for people that haven't got that sort of, you haven't got that push, and sometimes it's a vicious circle because that can be to do with anxiety anyway. So, but anyway, let's just get straight to it. Here's what I think should be put forward. I definitely think that we should get behind the movement that suggests that we should have mental health days where it's just the same as any other sick day. And yes, we should get fucking paid for them as well. Yeah, I don't believe that we should have to, forfeit our own mental health in order to, satisfy, another suppressor in our life. Your boss is just another human being at the end of the day. Just fuck them. Who cares? Do you know what I mean? Let me just say this one thing. If they can afford to stand there and say to you, "Oh, do you think you could stay on a couple of hours later? I ain't got no one." If they can afford to tell you that, then they can afford to let you go a couple of hours early. So, yeah, and it is. I find that it is the same with children as well. I hate sending my children to school upset. I absolutely fucking hate it. I have in the past called the schools, and I've said to them before, my daughter's, she needs a mental health day. She's not great. She's not feeling good. She's very anxious, and that does play into her ADHD, and it's saddening because as much as you want to do something for her, you can't do nothing. I'm not a brain surgeon. I'm not a chemist. I don't know what to suggest sometimes, and I think this is the thing with kids, we as parents, we do need to be there. Um, I get that we have got to try and push our children. I understand that because we want them to have confidence, but also that can have a negative effect as well. Because obviously, as we know, people can go one of two ways, especially if you've got ADHD. It's if you push someone, you're going to get one of two effects. They're either going to push themselves or they're going to push back on you and just, say, fuck you. You've made it even worse. And we don't really want that. Children are growing, they can be fragile. This is why we need to, start using this, and we need to be there for our children. We need to, you know, question their life. We need to question their lifestyle. We need to question their environmental surroundings. We need to make sure that we're molding people who are, morally good and confident. Really, that's about the best I could say. And the way to do that is to give these people space when they need it, and to give them comfort when they need that as well. It's pretty simple stuff. And most importantly, and I can't stress this enough, you need to look after number one. You always need to look after number one. Because if you're not looking after yourself, you are going to struggle to look after anybody else. Bricks make a good house, but foundations are what hold it up. It's not difficult. It really ain't.